Ana Roš, one of the greatest chefs in the world right now. Welcome in Prague again.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Děkuji, yes, that's good. How do you find the Prague gastronomy scenes? Where have you had the chance to eat well, and what impressed you the most?
I wouldn't go by names because it's completely unfair. Because whenever I'm also asked which is my favorite chef in the world, I never go with names.
No?
But what I really like about Prague is that you still maintain your integrity and your legacy. So in every place you eat, you feel Czech Republic, you feel Bohemian cuisine. And I think this is extremely important.
And do you see any common points or overlaps between the Czech and Slovenian gastronomy?
Oh yeah, I do, especially in the traditional cuisine. I mean, we were all a part of Austro-Hungarian Empire. So, for instance, we share the potato dumplings, filled with plum or apricot for us.
Okay.
In a sweet and even savory version, we use it. So we finish it with butter and some crumbled bread, and then with some sage inside for the salty version. And we actually did the reinterpretation of it, and we brought this dessert to Prague. So let's see how it's gonna work.
Yes. Have you come across any products in Prague that particularly caught your attention?
Yeah, sausages.
Sausages?
I think they're amazing. We've been I can name one place. We've been in Naše Maso.
Naše Maso? Okay.
Naše Maso yesterday, and the sausage was just like incredible.
What about beer?
I'm not a beer drinker, so I stick with Czech wines, which are amazing.
That's true. What's your view on using the local ingredients? It's essential for you, or is the quality of the produce more important?
It's a funky question, because I always say that it's so important to stick to local and seasonal, but on the other way, you need to also work with great farmers.
Exactly.
So it's not just that the food comes from the farm and it's amazing. The farmer needs to do his job as well.
Yeah, but because in the case you need to use the product, what's the most important for you? The local product or the quality of the product, the same one?
I tend to be very difficult in that. So I force the local producers to make great quality.
So everything is under control.
In Hiša Franko, we are having 95% of micro-local products. But we worked for 23 years with producers on the quality of the product.
How do you build your testing menu? What elements are essential in combination of flavors, textures, or inspiration from the local ingredients? How do you build it, the menus?
So I observe the nature. And what is going on in the nature, and then I go full speed with my creativity, because that's actually, together with the nature, with the seasonality and territory, the most important part. Otherwise, we would be all cooking the same way.
Do you think that sometimes the local sourcing is more of marketing trend than the added value?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think in majority of cases, it's a marketing trick.
What to do with it?
I hate it. Because I believe in the countryside, you can, of course, realize it, because Hiša Franko cannot survive without local producers, because we are too far away to source other products. But I think when you speak about foraging, fresh foraging in a city of 10 million people, I'm like, God, really?
How do you approach sustainability in your kitchen? What are your thoughts on the current zero waste trends?
Okay, that's another tricky one. Because sustainability is like a new word for charity, so it's a kind of a selling agent, a marketing tool, and also no waste. we are lucky because we are on a countryside, so we can compost a lot.
Yeah.
We have farmers around, so we can share some of the waste with them. We have 35 people to feed, so we know how to cook out of the offcuts and whatever. And then I will just give you the example. The Pekarna Ana, our bakery,
Yes.
is producing some bread waste. So we did bread miso, bread garum. We did kvass and then reduced it into a kind of additive to the cocktails. We did bread pasta. We did bread tiramisu. We did bread crackers, and we actually really did the whole circle of how the bread can be brought back to life. It's not necessarily a tool for everyone. You need to think and have enough hands to do it.
But is it a zero waste or is almost, or what do you think?
It's absolutely not zero waste. We are getting there.
Okay.
But I think there is no completely sustainable restaurant. Some restaurants are getting there. I mean, the infrastructure is needed for that.
Yeah. As we said before, you are one of the greatest right now. You have a 3 stars of Michelin, Green Star as well. What advice would you give to Czech restaurants to aim to be competitive internationally?
Don't be too international. Be you. Look to your past with the eyes to the future.
Nice. Sounds
and
great.
Be creative.
Sounds great. Do you feel pressure or when innovating while maintaining to identity of your kitchen, or does innovation feel natural for you?
Completely natural.
Completely natural. Yes. There is nothing else.
I mean, when we got 2 Michelin stars straight in
Yes.
a package with the third one,
I can remember that.
I got a call from Michelin and they were like, congratulations. And I was like, and they were like, are you super excited? I was like, I mean, I'm excited. I really am proud about it. But like tomorrow is just a new day.
Exactly.
So I think we are just who we are.
Yeah. When you spoke about two Michelin stars, I can remember the moment from 0 to 2 restaurant, which is not common. Can you remember how did you felt at that time?
Yes, precisely. It's gonna be a chapter in my book. It was. I said to my guys, either we are gonna have 0 stars or 2. We are not a 1 Michelin star restaurant, but 0 could also happen because we never were growing up with rules of the Michelin or any other international guide. So we didn't like. We have a cat in a restaurant. We have a dog in the restaurant.
Cat in the restaurant.
Oh yeah, cat
okay.
is the king or the queen. Berta. No, everybody looks for Berta. Berta is a black and white cat who was left in front of the doors of the restaurant when she was 1 month old. She still had green eyes, and she lives the restaurant. She never walks to the dining rooms, never to the kitchen, but she is with guests, entertaining them while they're in the lobby. And she's doing her performances around the fireplace, on the bookshelf, on everywhere. And sometimes she even moves guests. She's staring at them and they just move and she goes on their space. And I don't think there is anyone who lives Hiša Franko without knowing Berta. And my dog is my shadow. He's always there as well.
Okay.
So Hiša Franko is that kind of a baby, like was growing up by the rules of the nature, I would say, by the rules of the countryside. So God knows how Michelin sees that. But I'm not going to change it because it's Berta's home and it's Prince's home.
Of course.
So that's why I said we can have 0 stars and don't be scared of that. Or maybe 2 because we are not a 1 Michelin star restaurant. And actually then the 2 arrived.
So how do you see the balance between traditional and modern gastronomy?
It's super connected. I believe that every modern gastronomy should know its traditions and its roots.
Has traveling and exploring international cuisines influenced your style?
Yes. I believe that every traveling, even the small one to Prague, for instance, changes you in a way of seeing things, seeing products, seeing techniques of cooking. So even if Hiša Franko is 95% micro-local restaurant, I do allow around 5% of contamination with spices especially. I believe that every traveling gives you another point of view on what an excellent cuisine is.
But some chefs from your team are from other countries and other cultures?
Yeah, we are 20 different nationalities in a team of 35 people.
Which is, it sounds amazing.
So our team buildings are very fun, especially creative like workshops when we are working on new dishes and we are having like debate. It's super fun because there is the Indian, there is the American, there is Slovenian, there is the Italian, there is the Croatian, there is the Portuguese, there is the Israeli, and everybody is like, and it's so amazing because everybody has a right to say something about the food.
And so you can feel it in your dishes that there are different cultures.
If I don't tell you, you wouldn't. But I know it is because everybody puts something.
But the signature of Hiša Franko at that time, right?
It's a super spicy food.
Super spicy.
We had 2 years ago a French table, and she said like, "I've heard that your food is spicy," and I was like, "Yes," because I have a spicy character, and I also like spice. I like really very long flavors. And she's like, "Okay, can I avoid it?" I was, "Yeah, absolutely, no problem." And at the end, she was like, "Okay, I was wrong." And I said, "Right."
You were named the world best female chef, as I said. It was 2017, as I can remember.
Yes.
Yeah. And your restaurant has a 3 Michelin stars. What do you consider the biggest challenge that push you forward?
We opened almost 2 years ago, Yaz by Ana Roš, a young dining concept which should be a kind of Anna's living room, green living room, because it's a kind of nature stepping inside. And we are opening the second Yaz now in Istria, in Croatia. And I am super looking forward to expand the idea of Yaz, maybe even in Prague, you never know.
Okay.
Because it's a place where, which follows the markets. It's urban. So if Hiša Franko is very countryside, it's an urban place where, can you imagine the chef every day going to the market, pick his food and then cook out of it, especially for lunch. Every week the menu changes all the time. For dinner it's a little bit more, let's say, stable. Sharing food, you come out of work, you just say, "I want to relax and be fine, have a great cocktail, have great food." I would say that that is a kind of in the middle of my mind all the time. Whenever I'm going somewhere, I'm like, "Oh, this city should have a Yaz." And Yaz in Slovenian means me.
Yes.
Yaz
Yes.
means me.
Me. Okay.
And in Arabic, Ana means me. So it's actually super fun.
Okay.
We have a complete circle of the story.
So you cook several private events every year, like the one we are meeting for today. So how do you handle challenging situation in the kitchen or during events such as special lunch or dinner in Prague?
Without any problem, because I have an amazing team.
Okay. So it's your team is usually traveling with you?
We are 8 this time in Prague.
Okay.
So our head sommelier is here, my head chef is here. We're closed today, by the way.
Okay, that's my next question.
Yeah, we're closed today, and 2 commis are here, so let's say I can be talking with you while the lunch is getting ready.
It's getting ready. So let's talk a little bit more about the future. What are you working on in the near future? If it's possible to say, new projects, collaborations, concepts.
So, as I said before, Yaz by Ana Roš is something that inspires me really incredibly. And actually, whichever journalist comes to Yaz is like, "Oh, wow." And I'm like, "Yeah, nice music, nice playlist, nice light, great food, sharing concept. I can be there with friends or whatever." I'm finishing my second book, which is gonna be autobiographic fiction, kind of.
Autobiographic fiction.
Because this is my stress release. I'm writing when I need to get everything out.
Okay.
So there are no ghostwriters or whatever. We launched our drinks, which are actually amazing. They are without any added sugars.
Okay.
So we launched already the vermouth, which is produced in one biodynamic wine producer. We launched our Negroni, which instead of classical bitters has rowan berries, wild rowan berries inside, for instance. We were just collecting them now. We launched already our cola, which is based on mountain herbs, and there is a lot more to come.
What's the name of the cola, for example? Ana Cola?
Yeah,
Ana
it's
Cola.
Ana Drinks.
Ana
but
Drinks.
It's we just launched it, so we are still looking for importers, but soon you can get it in Czech Republic
For sure.
And the label is so beautiful that if you don't like the drink or to drink alcoholic drinks, the label is so beautiful that you can put it on the shelf.
No, I'm very fine with alcoholic drinks, no worries.
Yeah, we all are, I believe.
So, do you plan to stay in a professional kitchen as long as possible, or are you considering other projects and heading over the restaurant to someone else?
I don't think I'm old enough to say ciao. I
agree.
No, I honestly think I still have a lot to do, but I know how to delegate. So I have people that, if I'm not in Hiša Franko, you wouldn't understand that I'm not in Hiša Franko, because I have a head chef, executive sous chef, 2 sous chefs. So the structure is done, that things are running. If I'm 3 days not there, 4 days not there, you wouldn't notice it. The system is super organized because you have to know that in a fine dining restaurant, you always think in advance. So everything, let's say, we know that the wild asparagus, for instance, are coming. So we study down the dish, we do the dish. Once the dish is done, I have 20 hands in the kitchen who can do it perfectly, and they are supervisioned super well. So without having because I wasn't able to delegate really before, but without delegation, you cannot dream bigger dreams.
Thank you very much for interviewing. Thank
With
you.
All your pleasure.
Ana Roš, chef, one of the greatest right now, Hiša Franko. Thank you very much and enjoy.
Thank you. Děkuji.
Děkuji.
That was another episode of the Visit Chef magazine podcast featuring a conversation with Ana Roš. You can find all episodes in our archive at visitchef.com/podcast, as well as on all major podcast apps. Feel free to contact us, we'd love to hear from you. We'll be back with a new episode soon, and we're already looking forward to having you with us again.